There's a specific feeling in the long dark that I'm sure you all can relate to. It's this sinking realization that the game has gotten completely away from you. There's a point where you aren't really fighting to survive anymore, you're watching yourself die in slow motion. Today we're gonna dive into 5 of the biggest red flag moments that just scream, it's too late. Let's get into it. First is the Overburdened Trek. These always start with the absolute best intentions. You're looting a location or harvesting a carcass, maybe both, and everything seems useful. So you take it all. Extra hacksaw, 3 cans of food, you know that you're gonna use it. It's not until you start moving that you notice the red icon on your pack that the dread really sinks in. Being overburdened in the long dark isn't just a frustration. It can be a slow death sentence. Your movement speed drops, you can't climb ropes, you pretty quickly start to consider the temperature, the time of day, your speed, or lack of speed, I guess I should say, the distance, and you realize that the odds really aren't in your favor. The red flag really hits here when you realize that you're too far from shelter to get back to it safely, even if you were to drop all of the items that you found. That's when this quest to resupply becomes a crisis. Next, let's talk about having a sprain far from home. The thing about sprains in the long dark is that they can be so easy to underestimate, and usually they're more of a minor inconvenience than a hazard, at least at first. The sprain that you get far from home, though, is a completely different experience. It makes you move slowly. Your temperature drops with every slow step that you take. A landscape that would have been easy to cross at your regular speed is starting to look genuinely hazardous. It's harder to dodge wildlife and to keep an eye out for everything when you're just trying to move and you're just trying to keep going. And the window of clear weather that you thought you had, it's closing as you drag yourself slowly towards shelter. You are pulling yourself across the map, the snow is falling around you as your condition drains, and that's when the red flag really hits. It's too late to make it home safely. Getting caught in a blizzard is one of the most panic-inducing moments in the long dark, no matter the circumstances. The sky vanishes, your visibility drops in seconds, and the temperature takes a nosedive. If you're close to your base, it's stressful but manageable. But if you're far from shelter and you don't know the area, that's where it gets really scary. You'll desperately scan for anything, a cave or a sheltered cliff face, something to break the wind long enough that you can maybe get a fire going. But with visibility low, even a map that you thought you were familiar with can start to feel really confusing. The real red flag here is the moment that your temperature hits the red and you realize that you don't know where you are or where to go to find shelter. It's not a survival situation anymore. It kind of feels like the game just taking a victory lap. Low condition in the long dark is dangerous enough on its own. You're really fragile and every hazard hits even harder than normal. But running into an animal attack while you're already navigating low condition, that's it. That's basically the end of your run. Bears and moose deal massive damage that you really can't handle when you're already at low condition. Even a wolf attack, which might be survivable on a good day, can completely wreck you when your condition is low. They might not even give you time to slap on a band-aid. You're down before you can even really process what happened. The red flag is the brief moment before the attack animation hits when you see the bear. Glance at your condition bar and you just know this really isn't going to end well. And then the cherry on top of this brutal Sunday is that all you can do is watch. And nothing, absolutely nothing captures the feeling of it's too late in the long dark like the death throes. When your condition gets below 10%, your vision starts to blur. Your character starts stumbling and lurching around, barely able to walk in a straight line. We've all been there, and it's a uniquely awful feeling. Basic tasks are almost impossible. You step too close to the fire you were trying desperately to warm yourself by. You drift off the path and into a hazardous area you didn't even see. It feels like the game is fighting against you, making it so hard to save yourself at the moment that saving yourself arguably matters the most. Everything has tanked, your condition, your warmth, and calories, and you desperately throw any resources that you have at this situation in hopes that you can buy yourself a few extra minutes. Here, the red flag isn't when you hit that 10% condition and you start to have these effects. It was a while ago. It was when you knew that you needed to stop and take care of yourself or take a step back, but you didn't, and you thought that you could push further, and unfortunately, you were wrong. These 5 moments all have one thing in common. In addition to how stressful they are, it's that by the time you recognize the red flag waving in front of you, it's probably already too late. If you survived any of these moments, or if you had a death that you knew was coming and couldn't stop, please share it in the comments. If you like more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.